How's it going? So today we're looking at the days 2 and 3 of my ride across North Carolina. And day 2 picks up essentially where day 1 left off. I'm in Davidson, North Carolina. And day 2, my goal was to ride from Davidson to Winston-Salem to see my brother. And so that's what we're going to jump into right here. So the duck and I are rolling out of Davidson. I just left my cousin's house after a really nice breakfast with his girlfriend. She made some kind of fried rice action. It was super good. And so yeah, now I'm headed to Winston-Salem. So I'm in Salisbury, North Carolina, which is where my dad lives. And so I just stopped to see him. And as I was getting ready to leave, there's like a helicopter flying around, and we're like, oh, like something's going on. And then as I'm riding through downtown Salisbury, it's like police running everywhere, and there are like cop cars parked everywhere, and every street had like cops running down it. So I'm getting out of Salisbury now, and I don't know what happened, but something happened in Salisbury. So that was yeah, wild experience. So growing up, I was a train kid. I didn't like, you know, the big construction vehicles and like big trucks. I thought those were cool, but I was really into trains. So actually as a kid, I used to come here all the time. And this is Spencer, North Carolina. And there's a transportation museum that focuses on trains, because I guess Spencer at some point in history was like a really big junction for like trains. So I used to frequently come to Spencer as a kid, and I would hang out and I would look at all these trains. Woo. Rolling along really well, and I guess since like Spencer, I haven't really been filming a lot, just because I've been enjoying the ride and just kind of, you know, focusing on some good speed and yeah, keeping it going. So I know there must be some cycling going on around here. I think that TTT is probably team time trial, maybe? So I have a feeling I'm close to Winston. I haven't checked mileage in a while, not since Salisbury, but I know Salisbury was like halfway. And it's been at least an hour since Salisbury, I think. So I think I'm doing good. I shouldn't be far from Winston. It's gonna do like a little mileage reveal, and then I saw the Forsyth County sign. Next thing I knew, I saw the Winston sign, and now I see the finish flag on my Wahoo. Almost there. Visited my brother when he's lived in this house, and so I don't know which house he lives in. So according to my map, I'm here, or I rode by it. I know what cars he drives, so I'm looking But unfortunately they're like cleaning the street up there, so they have like one of the lanes closed down, which makes things oh, there he is. Okay, I think I see it. Makes things a little tricky. But I think I found it right next to the roadwork sign. Yeah, that's him. Now let me figure out how the hell I get in here. So that was day 2. I made it to Winston-Salem, found my brother's house, managed to get in and see him, and it was kind of nice. My mom had driven over from the town I live in. It's not super far from Winston, or the town I grew up in. Don't currently live there. So she drove over, and then I was able to see her and my brother, and then I have a buddy who I used to work at Mock Orange with, which was a bike shop in Winston-Salem. He came over and we got to chat. And yeah, it was just really good to catch up with so many people. But that was day 2, and I will throw the data up from day 2 on the screen right now. And so that's what you're looking at here. And you can see that it was only 71.5 miles, which is about half of the distance that I did on day 1. And it took me right at 4 hours, which makes it a 17.9 mile per hour average. So yeah, it was a decent day of riding. It was a little bit shorter, so I was excited to finish it, and then I had more time, 1, to see people and catch up, and 2, to relax and rest. But we'll go ahead and jump right into day 3, which is the footage you're gonna see here next, and that is me going from Winston-Salem all the way to Carrboro. So I had some buddies in Carrboro, and they were nice enough to let me stay with them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna jump into here. So here comes footage from day 3. It's one of those places as a North Carolinian you hear a lot about, the Grandover Resort. Never been to it, but now I've seen it. So that's pretty neat. So I'm rolling towards Carrboro, and middle of nowhere. Really beautiful day so far weather-wise. Sun's coming out. Only bad thing is a lot of headwind. So I'm heading towards Snow Camp, North Carolina, which I just saw the sign for, so that's nice. And I'm heading there because I'm going to switch to a route that my buddy Byron made for me to go to Carrboro and get to his house. And it starts the Snow Camp, and yeah, so when I get there I'll switch up my route, and hopefully at some point I'll lose some of this headwind, because whew, it's starting to hurt a little bit today. General store that my buddy Byron recommended. Got a chocolate chip cookie and a Coke. I'm feeling great. Yeah, so now hopefully I'm about to run into my friend Byron out here, and yeah, ride back to his place in Carrboro. So that's where we're at now. That was a nice barn. This thing was looking real good. See a cyclist up there. Met Miss Byron. What's up? That is him. So yeah, once I met my buddy Byron, we were maybe like 12 miles away from his apartment. And so he whipped it around and rode with me, and we made it back to his apartment. And so what I'll do now is I'm going to throw the data up from day 3. And so that's what you're going to see on the screen now. And so you can see it was just about 92 miles, a little over 5 hours. And again, an average speed of 17.9 miles an hour. And you can see that my average power was a little bit higher for this day, 163 versus day 2's 159. And overall, it was just a really good day of riding. It was pretty uneventful. Nothing dramatic or exciting happened. I was just kind of cruising along through the countryside of North Carolina, which is pretty mellow, very rural. Not much happening out there. But yeah, it was a really good day. So days 2 and 3 were really nice. And then day 4, which is going to be a video just all to itself, is day 4, was another 140 mile day. So days 4 and 5 were a little intimidating because that's just kind of, yeah, I knew it was going to be rough. And also the forecast for day 4 was rain in the morning. So that was not something I was looking forward to, but that'll be its own video later. Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget to, ask any questions, or if you have any thoughts about this type of riding, you can leave it in the comments. And if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, it just kind of helps me out as a creator, I guess I'll say that. So yeah, just for making content. And again, it's just something I do for fun. So it's just something I enjoy. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, and make sure you'll come back for day 4, a big one, 140 miles from Carrboro to Williamston. So it was exciting. But yeah, we'll check you guys later. See ya.